Now, just see the data, my lord. In volume 4,
Yes, just shows that.
the report starts. This is a report of the Association for Democratic Reforms, which does a very thorough job. First is that the chart at page 726, which shows that 94.25% or 12,999 crores of the total value of bonds purchased were in denomination of 1 crore, indicating that these bonds are being purchased by corporates rather than individuals. So this is the...
Where do you get that? Actually, we of course have that bar chart, but
Yeah.
where do you have the percentages?
Actually,
Oh, yes, yes.
on top,
I
para
understand.
3. So now, by now, actually 13,000 crores of bonds have been purchased. 13,000 crores. This is vast bulk of now the political funding of political parties. It's only through this instrument. And then the next page, 727. Sorry, not 727. 728. Now, this was only up till last 5 years, that is up till the financial year 21-22 only, that the bar chart at the bottom of this page 728. Party-wise electoral bonds declared in the audit reports for the last 5 years in crores. Now, if your lordship just sees BJP, the first party, total 5271 crores.
Where do you get that?
At the first
Page?
line,
Oh,
page
correct.
728. 728 at the bottom of page 728, party-wise electoral bonds. The bars, the green bars.
Yes.
At the bottom of total is at the bottom, and party by party it's given. BJP 5271 crores. Now this was only up till 21-22. After that, more than 3,500 crores worth of more bonds have been purchased. That is after between after financial year 21-22, another more than 3,000 worth of electoral bond. But this is up till 21-22. Now see, BJP total is 5,271 crores out of a grand total of 9,191 crores. Grand total is on the right bottom.
Mr. Bhushan, I'm sorry. Paragraph 10 says BJP received donations through electoral bonds rupees 1,033.70.
That's year by year. Now I'm just saying total. Come to the bottom.
Bottom.
Bottom is the total. Total for 5 years. Since the bonds were introduced, at the bottom left of this chart, of this green bar chart, bottom left shows total BJP 5271. Has your lordship got it?
Yes.
So 5271 is the total bonds
Yes.
received by BJP. 952 is received by Congress. 767 is received by Trinamool Congress. 63 crores is received by NCP. 383 is received by TRS. 112 is received by TDP. 330 crores is received by YSR. 622 is received by Biju Janata Dal. 431 is received by DMK. SHS is what? 101 crores is received by Shiv Sena. After that, 48 crores is received by Aam Aadmi Party, 24 crores by JDU, 14 crores by Samaj. Now, after that, they are insignificant. Now, if your lordship says, the only significant contributions are all to ruling parties either at the center or at the states. There is no significant contribution to any party which is not in power in the center or in the states during this period. all these parties are in power. And the central ruling party has received more than 50%, almost 60% of the total contributions. And then your lordship may turn to page 736 of the same thing, summary and highlights. This is for 5 years, no? Now just see, summary and highlights. The total donations received by the 31 political parties analyzed during the 6-year period was 16,000 and odd crores. Donations worth 9,188 crores were from electoral bonds. Therefore, that is 55.9% of the total donations are only from this one electoral bonds. 4,600 crores were received from the corporate sector. 2,600 crores were received from other sources. Then para 4, my lord, electoral bonds are the most preferred mode of donations for contributing to national and regional parties amounting to so and so, followed by direct corporate donations worth 4,600. Out of this corporate donation, my lord, large percentage would be through electoral trusts, which are also kind of semi-anonymous, though not fully anonymous. And then they say 5, the total donations declared by BJP is more than 3 times the total donation declared by all other national parties put together. During the 6-year period, more than 52% of BJP's total donations came from electoral bonds worth 5,271 crores, while all other national parties amassed 1,783 crores, INC, etc. So therefore, what this shows is that number one, that electoral bonds has become the main source of donations to funding political parties. It is by far the majority of the funding of it. Number two, that almost all the donations through electoral bonds are being received by the ruling parties, primarily by the ruling party at the center and secondarily by ruling parties in the states. Number three, that essentially all the donations, because 94 point some percent are in denominations of 1 crore and the remaining are in denomination of 10 lakhs. Virtually nothing below that, almost not even 0.1% below that. It's all 10 lakhs and 1 crore. So therefore, is mostly corporate funding. And then, my lord, I now want to show some interesting facts about who is giving this money. Para 52 of my written submissions, coming back to my written submissions, page 30. A company which is investing in a particular political party does so with an expectation that the receiver of such enormous funds, which is either already a party in power or a party, whenever it ascends to power, will bring about favorable policies, legislations, regulations, and executive orders, as also favorable contracts going to the donor company, their friends and allies. This quid pro quo arrangement between the parties, politicians, and corporate entities is a premeditated and the most sophisticated arrangement where instead of breaking a rule or regulation, the system is just bent enough in such a way so as to benefit the corporate or the rich donor. In this scheme of things, the party, the only party at loss are the citizens.
This can be used as a kickback.
Yes, and I'm saying that there is circumstantial evidence showing that it is being used as a kickback, because circumstantial evidence is that actually you have legalized kickbacks. By this instrument, you have legalized kickbacks, because you can easily give a kickback and get away by anonymizing this kickback. Para 53. So it is also astonishing that if the government's arguments is to be accepted that no one except SBI has the details about donors, then that would mean that the Election Commission, Government of India, Enforcement Directorate have no access to the list of donors unless some alleged criminal offense is already being investigated, and they have specific information that money has been routed through electoral bonds. This means that it is easy for electoral bonds, which are in the nature of bearer bonds, to be used for corruption, money laundering, and violations of FCRA and illicit contributions to political parties. Such is the effect of the impugned amendments that even subsidiaries of foreign companies which have never carried out legitimate business in India can now secretly funnel hundreds of crores to a political party. The corporates also do not have to disclose to whom they have made their contribution in the balance sheet. The bonds are fashioned in a way that the money could secretly pass several hands to reach the ultimate beneficiary political party, thereby creating further layers of opaqueness and potential for money laundering. Now, this is important. According to a business standard report dated 21/6/2023, that is page 766, your lordship may not, page number is not given, volume 766.
We've got the page number over here in para 55.
Achha.
We have given the page number.
Right. Vedanta Limited, a multinational mining company headquartered in Mumbai, donated 457 crores. So this is one company from whose returns we have been able to see that they donated 456. They disclosed in the stock market. In the last 5 years to political parties through these bonds. Vedanta's donation only for financial year 23 was 155 crores, which was higher than 123 crores donated in financial year 23, according to the stock exchange disclosures by the company. It is interesting to note that in financial year 23, Vedanta Limited had been declared as the preferred bidder for various mining licenses, namely Bicholim iron ore block in Goa, something bauxite, some coal blocks in Odisha and in Chhattisgarh. While various newspaper portals have reported that Vedanta is facing severe financial crisis, it is under a lot of debts, it is still donating hundreds of crores. The same raises severe concerns regarding the fact as to why such high donations are being made when the company is under debt. An investigative report by the International Investigative Group, Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project, a global network of investigative journalists titled Inside Indian Energy and Mining Giant Vedanta's Campaign to Weaken Key Environmental Regulations, revealed backroom lobbying between Vedanta and Union government, where key environmental regulations were modified in favor of Vedanta, who had been an important donor to the BJP. Two entities linked to Vedanta subsidiary, Bhadram Janhit Shalika and Janhit Electoral Trust, gave a combined 43 crores to the party between 2016 and 2020. So this is what I was saying about Electoral Trust. There is some transparency, though not full transparency.